MK veteran and KZN Health MEC Sibongiseni Dlomo has been elected ANC chairperson of the eThekwini region in KZN. And Sasol and Eskom has warned that one big drought in the Vaal River catchment area could jeopardize the Gauteng region's agricultural and industrial output. I'm Richard Brooks. MK veteran and KZN Health MEC Sibongiseni Dlomo has been elected ANC chairperson of the eThekwini region in KZN. Dlomo beat his opponent, former ANC Youth League provincial chairperson Nhlakanipho Ntombela. The ANC eThekwini Regional Conference is in its final day today. Zanene Buthelezi reports.
Dlomo songs and cheers of jubilation erupted outside the venue when news of Dlomo's victory reached a group of supporters who had gathered nearby. These supporters say with Dlomo's election, corruption will now be dealt with in eThekwini. All of the elected office bearers are from Dlomo's camp. Pelelani Mshengu was elected deputy chairperson. Begitemba Ntshangase is the new secretary with Monica Jama as his deputy. Zandile Gumede has been retained as treasurer. Zanele Buthelezi, SABC News, Durban.
Sasol and Eskom have warned that one big drought in the Vaal River catchment area could jeopardize the Gauteng region's agricultural and industrial output. Eskom's General Manager for Water and Environmental Operations, Nanda Govender, and Sasol's Sustainable Water Manager, Andreas Meyer, were speaking at the World Water Forum in Marseille, France. Both managers agree the period between now and the year 2020, when Phase 2 of the Lesotho Highlands Water Project starts delivering water to the Vaal, is one of major risk. Eskom and Sasol are seen as strategic water users and would not necessarily be affected by a drought, but the same would not apply to other companies. Mpendulu Ndlovu reports.
Govender says that in the event of a drought, large industrial water users, agriculture and municipalities located in and around the Gauteng region would be particularly vulnerable. She also said that although 2020 is the set date for Phase 2 of the LHWP, large projects of this nature often missed such targets, and that the first water may only start flowing from Lesotho a year or two later. The managers also highlighted that even though the region has enjoyed good rains in recent years, this did not necessarily mean that a water shortage is impossible, and that a focus on improving water usage and developing partnerships between government and the public and private sectors would significantly reduce the risk posed by a potential drought.
The Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries has temporarily suspended the harvesting of West Coast rock lobster under the 6th Interim Relief Dispensation. Officials say the suspension, effective since Friday, was taken after careful consideration of the social, ecological and legal implications. Interim relief was agreed upon in May 2007 following an Equality Court settlement between the department and small-scale fishermen. Spokesperson for the Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, Lionel Ardendorf, elaborates.
We have found that because a West Coast rock lobster is such a rare commodity, or a high-value commodity rather, that this is where we found the biggest challenges for us. We have had various problems with it, and there are some investigations raging today because we want to understand the true extent of the maladministration. We want to know for certain how we can tackle the matter further, how we can bring integrity back into the industry, and how we can make sure that the species is protected.
British racing driver Jenson Button has won the opening event of the Formula One season, the Australian Grand Prix. The McLaren driver beat the world champion Sebastian Vettel into second place at the Albert Park circuit in Melbourne. Button's teammate Lewis Hamilton finished third in the race. Red Bull's Mark Webber was fourth ahead of Ferrari's Fernando Alonso.